Paul and Silas bound in jail. They had no money for their bail. Paul and Silas began to shout. They shook their chains and they walked out. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Freedom's name is mighty sweet, and it's freedom we all need. I've got my hand on the gospel, and I won't take nothing for my freedom now. Can stand is the chain of love for every man. I'm going to board a big Greyhound and spread my love from town to town. That I did wrong, I stayed in the wilderness too long. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on, hold on. Now the only thing that we did right was when we began to fight. Keep your eyes on the prize. Hold on. When you're not feeling well, when you doubt that you're gonna make it, hold on. When you find that hate is versus love, hold on to love. When you find that you're getting up in the morning and you feel that you don't want to get up, watch the sunrise, watch God in your life move. You just hold on, just keep on holding on. Hold on to your brothers, hold on to your sisters, hold on to your loved ones, hold on to your mother, yes. Hold on to your father.
Yes.
Hold on.
Woo.
Just keep on holding on. Don't ever give up when you feel that it's already over.
What a way to start a day.
Yeah.
Good morning.
Good morning.
All right. Nice to be here. Nice to see you all on this beautiful day. Welcome to Pacific Unitarian Church. My name is Tracy Blender, your worship assistant today, and I do feel blessed to serve this congregation. I'm so glad we've come together on this brand new morning as we gather in peace, hope, a little bit of sorrow, and lots of bootstraps to pull up and action to be taken. Welcome to all of you who walk through our doors. We are all searching in some way. We walk together on this amazing journey. We have many events that go on here that affirm this journey to be an open, accepting, tolerant congregation who honors the inherent worth and dignity of all who enter here and all we've yet to meet. We have all kinds of activities, one of which is Sunday lunch after services. We have our food ministry volunteers who make some fantastic food for us. It's $5 to sit and visit with everyone. If you are a first-time visitor to our congregation, please help yourself to lunch. It's on us today. I have a few announcements for everybody. The first and foremost is that we have a guest today, and her name is Reverend Sarah Gibb Millspaugh. She's the primary contact, the Pacific Unitarian Universalist Church's primary contact on the regional staff of the Unitarian Universalist Association, which I like to call the mothership. A lifelong UU, and with a background in congregational ministry, sexuality education, lifespan religious education, and justice work. Sarah's about to celebrate her 20th anniversary of ordination. After services today, she will be conducting an Energize Our New Ministry, an all-congregational workshop. It's from 1 to 4.
Actually, it'll be from noon to 3. We're moving it up an hour. Sorry.
From noon to 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Today. So we all hope that you will be able to take advantage of that. A few more announcements on Saturday, February 22nd at 10 a.m. in the library. 10 a.m. Saturday the 22nd, there will be a Pacific Death Cafe. At the Death Cafe, people drink tea, eat cake, and discuss death. The aim is to increase awareness of death, to help people make the most of their finite lives. This cafe is not a bereavement or grief group. It is not an assisted suicide group. It is not an educational lecture. So all the things that were not in the what it's not is what you can anticipate on Saturday, the 22nd at 10 a.m. As well, we have a split plate today. Thank you to our vibrant stewardship team who goes ahead and vets these things for us. We are splitting our plate with the Unitarian Universalist Side with Love. What is love calling you to do? Side with Love is a UU public advocacy campaign that seeks to harness love's power to stop oppression. It is sponsored by your Unitarian Universalist Association, and you are all welcome to join. I recall having marched with Side with Love in Arizona at the General Assembly when we were marching on Sheriff Arpaio's blacktop prison for people they were looking to deport. An amazing, empowering experience that lives with me. As well, we have an announcement, a very small announcement. Our weekly Monday, small in that the words are small. It is a huge announcement. Monday community yoga will continue into February, beginning tomorrow, the 3rd, at 10 a.m. here in the sanctuary. They will practice to open sound bath in alignment with St. Brigid's Day. Also, February is a wonderful month. The first Friday in February marks our uniquely Unitarian Universalist holiday, the first of its kind. Friday will be our 5th annual luminescence celebration, where we illuminate those parts of our faith. Oh, don't let me stop you, please.
Yay.
It's time that our faith took our spot in what the holiday agenda looks like. We are creating UU history by creating this holiday as it goes forth and lives on in generations. When they look back, they will see that we are one of a few congregations that have begun this annual tradition, and we look forward to you joining us on Friday. If you can bring a light, if you have a candle, if you have a flashlight, if you'd like to bring a dish to share, we will celebrate. We will have about a 30-minute ceremony, then we will have a potluck with a little bit of music. Who knows, maybe we'll even dance. There is no such social justice film on that Friday because of luminescence. Instead, the next film will be aired on Friday, March 7th. But you can please join the social justice table on the patio today for some tips on resilience for resistance and to sign a card in support of Bishop Marion Budde. Buddy, pardon me. And if you're unsure what that's all about, the social justice table is a great place to find out. And now, I will turn it over to Pastor Joshua. We should light the chalice. That's a good idea. All right, let's light the chalice today. And I had something I wanted to read you about that. Yes. Across the distance, the light from within shines. It sends love to all across the distance. It is the light that warms us and helps keep our own light burning. Together we keep the flame of community burning bright as we light our chalice.
Thank you so much, Tracy. It's exciting. There's a lot going on here at PUC. Thank you for sharing all that. Thank you all for being here. Good morning. I'm Pastor Joshua, if you don't know me. I'm still Pastor Joshua, if you know me. And I am so excited to be here this morning. I'm going to have some quick opening words for you, but I did also want to really encourage people to stay for what will be an energizing workshop with Reverend Millspaugh afterwards, starting at noon. I also really encourage you to come on Friday to Luminescence, and I'm going to put in for Luminescence? Luminescence will start at 6. Yes. Thank you, Sarah, for reminding me, yeah. So yeah, people were just showing up random time. Yeah, it will start at 6, so thank you very much. And a little teaser for next Sunday's worship service. It's going to be like a ritual weekend. We have Luminescence and a special ritual next Sunday. I'll put it in the newsletter. But just so I pique your interest, I'm going to ask everybody to bring a fruit that you've never tasted, if there is such a thing. All right, you'll see what that's about. And now, our opening words I'm going to read, they are from the author Octavia Butler, from her book Parable of the Talents. Kindness eases change. Love quiets fear. And a sweet and powerful positive obsession blunts pain, diverts rage, and engages each of us in the greatest and the most intense of our chosen struggles. Let us worship together this morning with a positive obsession. And with that, please stand in body or spirit for our opening hymn, number 1064. You may have heard of this one. It's a little-known one called Blue Boat Home.
Though below me I feel no motion, standing on these mountains and plains, far away from the rolling ocean, still my dry land heart can say, I've been sailing all my life now, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home. Sun, my sail, and moon, my rudder, as I ply the starry sea, leaning over the edge in wonder, casting questions into the deep, drifting here with my ship's companions, all we kindred pilgrim souls, making our way by the lights of the heavens in our beautiful blue boat home. I give thanks to the waves upholding me, hail the great winds urging me on, greet the infinite sea before me, sing the sky my sailor song. I was born upon the fathoms, never harbor or port have I known. The wide universe is the ocean I travel, and the earth is my blue boat home.
Thank you. And please also give a round of applause to Linda Alvarez, our soloist. And everyone, Abraham Cervantes, Severin, and our choir, our amazing musicians. And now I'd like to welcome up our coordinator of religious education, Dr. Haven Perez.
Thank you. Wow, thank you. So everybody young at heart or young, period? What's up, Weston? Delilah? All right. Hey, what's up? Got the whole crew back. The whole crew is here. Okay.
I love your purse. It's so cool.
So, using all your strength. It's like the little boy who was walking along a road with his friends when they came across a large stone. The boy said to his friends, "Do you think if I use all my strength, I can move this rock?" One of his friends answered, "If you use all your strength, I'm sure you can do it." The boy began to push the rock, exerting himself as much as he could. He pushed and pushed. The rock did not move. The boy became angry, pushed harder, and still would not move. He got discouraged and said to his friends, "You were wrong, I can't do it." One of his friends placed his arm around the boy's shoulder and said, No, no. You didn't use all your strength. You didn't ask any of us to help. And that's where our strengths come from.
Yay! Whoops. Friendly place, every face. which was inspired by Reinhold Niebuhr's Serenity Prayer. May the spirit of the whole of life, to which every part and particle is equally related, inspire with grace that welcomes transformative experiences of wonder and awe, moments of euphoria and fortitude, resting between breaths, with complete acceptance of life's challenges, those things which cannot be changed, and that which cannot even be known. May the spirit of the whole of life, to which every part and particle is equally related, move all to the courage that is vulnerability, enough to continually unbalance and rebalance the exercise of power and love by which we achieve transformative healing change. May all access the wisdom that is already within the universe and within ourselves to reconstitute the spirit and the heart, that all may continue to act for the radical changes necessary for the complete health, safety, peace, and prosperity of all life and the world. And now I invite up Reverend Millspaugh for our reading.
Our reading comes from the poet Judy Brown in her collection, The Sea Accepts All Rivers. Trough. There is a trough in waves, a low spot where horizon disappears and only sky and water are our company. And there we lose our way unless we rest, knowing that the wave will bring us to its crest again. There we may drown if we let fear hold us within its grip and shake us side to side and leave us flailing, torn, disoriented. But if we rest there in the trough, are silent, being with the low part of the wave, keeping our energy and noticing the shape of things, the flow, then time alone will bring us to another place where we can see horizon, see the land again, regain our sense of where we are and where we need to swim. Our centering hymn is based in the Buddhist metta meditation. Metta means loving kindness. It is number 1031 in the teal hymnal and will be projected on the screen.
May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be well be peaceful and at ease. May I be whole. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be filled with loving kindness. May you be well. May you be peaceful and at ease. May you be whole. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. May we be whole.
Friends, my friends, we are in a time, aren't we? A time with so much coming at us. So much that is trying to tumble us, disorient us, make us lose our direction and our footing. I invite you to take a breath with me if you wish. Let's imagine together. I invite us to imagine ourselves in the waves of our beloved Pacific Ocean. It's not so hard, it is so near to us. Imagine ourselves being in those waves on a summer day when it's warmer, with warm air and cool water and sweet smells. The waves roll in and they gently lift us up off our feet and place us back down. They lift us up and place us back down. It feels so good and so gentle to be held by the ocean. Oh, and a bigger wave comes and bop, we plug our noses and drop under it. And then we pop back up, safe, with our feet in the sand while another wave heads our way. It gently lifts us up and puts us back down. And another. And another. With that feeling, holding that feeling in your body, I invite you to let your attention wander back into the room. That imagination I just invited you into is what I started to imagine to help me fall asleep at night when I was particularly anxious about all that was coming at me and coming at us. It was the March of 2020, with a worldwide pandemic freezing practically everything in its tracks and sending us into lockdown mode. In that time, turning on the news brought wave upon wave of fear and anxiety, and then thinking about our situation brought upon wave and fear and anxiety. So many waves were coming at me, in me. Before I started this imaginary practice, I would lie awake in bed, projecting my brain forwards in time, imagining scenarios of what could come to pass. And some of those scenarios were so frightful, I'd scare myself, I'd keep myself from sleeping, with my brain and my heart racing. But then I remembered something I'd learned about the ocean, that you have to deal with the wave that's right in front of you, not all the ones on the horizon. You have to take the ocean wave by wave. So then, lying in bed, I would imagine recalling all of my real-life learnings in the ocean, embodying the wisdom I'd gathered about how to be in the ocean, how to be safe, how to be wise and skillful. Now, I have to tell you that this learning didn't come naturally. I was never one of those kids who thought that she was indestructible. Whenever I heard a cautionary tale, I would think, oh, that could happen to me. I grew up far away from the ocean, actually, hearing stories from my parents who both grew up near the ocean, hearing stories like the time my dad, as a boy, got caught in a riptide and nearly exhausted himself trying to swim back to shore but going nowhere. Or the story about how my mom was wading and then a rogue wave pushed her and tumbled her so far that she had no idea where she was on the beach when she finally emerged and couldn't find her parents. I internalized those stories, so I was cautious when I approached the Pacific with its big, rolling, curling waves. I was 29 years old, and I was visiting Orange County, playing in the shallow water, and suddenly a big wave came along, much bigger than the other waves, and it just knocked me over. And so after tumbling around underwater, I stood up and I tried to cough up the seawater that had found its way up my nose. And then my friend yelled, "There's another big wave coming," he said. And then he said, "You'll have to dive under it." "Dive under it?" I said incredulously. My friend could tell that I didn't understand, so while I stood there kind of stunned, he just came over, grabbed me, and lifted me upright just as the wave hit so that my head would be above the water. And I was okay. I got to know that friend some more, and then we became more than friends. He's my husband, John. He spent the first 8 years of his life living in Hawaii, and he had been a lifeguard in high school. So John knows the water. And on subsequent visits to the beach, he taught me these important principles for ocean dwelling. 1, never turn your back on the ocean for more than a quick moment. You need to be vigilant. 2, if you find you're getting pulled out by a riptide, simply swim parallel to the shore and get out of the current. 3, when you're in the waves, look at and feel each wave as it comes to you. How much undertow does it have? How does it look like it's about to crest or about to break? And then make a choice accordingly. 4, jump up with it or drop under it or swim under it or swim over it. Keep glancing back at landmarks on the shore. Keep glancing back at your people to make sure you know where you are. With John's simple and sage advice, the Pacific's waves weren't so scary. I could swim, I could play, I could duck, I could jump and dive under, I could enjoy. But I had to have more practice for the rules to really sink in. I remember going to Crystal Cove Beach one day, and the waves just kept coming and coming at me, and I felt the old anxiety welling up, especially because my feet couldn't touch the bottom at all. I was treading water madly, and I got so anxious that my heart was racing, and I started to hyperventilate. And John was with me, and he saw me, and he guided me to ride those waves toward the shore, to let them take me to a place where I could put both feet on the sand, a place where I could manage the waves and let them lift me up and place me back down gently. The same waves felt so much more manageable, thanks to the care of a friend. The new federal administration and their, I don't even know what to call them, their Project 2025 cronies and their malevolent tech bro, richest man in the world friend, they're trying to make us panic. They're trying to scare us, to exhaust us, to make us forget our power, to make us figuratively or perhaps literally drown. They want us to feel alone and helpless in the big waves of the big sea so that we don't get in the way of their plans for domination, or at least their plans for their next yacht. These past weeks, I have been lying awake at 3 a.m. too many nights, thinking about them and all they are doing and all they are wanting to do. And it's at those times that I need to remember how to be in the trough of the wave, how to take it one wave at a time, how to know that in the moment, I'm okay. I've got options right here in the moment. You have options too. We have a wisdom and a power here as a spiritual community, as Unitarian Universalists, to help each other stay vigilant, to know what to figuratively duck under, jump over, or swim around. Like John did for me, we can lift each other up when we have fallen. We can share information with each other about the waves coming at us so we can position ourselves to not get knocked over. And I want you to know, too, that as you experience these waves, these big and often scary waves we've been experiencing as a nation right now, you are with a whole community that wants you to stay afloat, that wants all people, every unique, sacred, worthy person to be able to swim with dignity and freedom. You have a wonderful new minister with you, Pastor Joshua, who has such depth of skills for leadership and care, a partner with you in these rough and unprecedented cultural waters. But you're doing it too. You're doing that ministry too. Together we can school like fish form in a school. We can flock as a faith like seabirds. This is and will be a community of learning and protection and deep, abiding love. The contemporary Black queer feminist author Alexis Pauline Gumbs wrote a book called Undrowned. If you've ever seen it, it's amazing. Taking lessons from the lives of marine mammals to understand how we might live today. She writes, "This guide to undrowning listens to marine mammals specifically as a form of life that has much to teach us about vulnerability, collaboration, and adaptation that we need in order to change in this time." She explores the kinds of communication, community, and care that dolphins and whales, porpoises, and seals embody in their oceanic lives. I love what she writes about Lissodelphus dolphins, otherwise known as right whale dolphins. She writes, "From the sky, a dolphin pod of Lissodelphus, black and white dolphins with no fins, which travel by the hundreds, up to 3,000 strong. From the sky, they would look like a smooth black continent of movement. But from underwater, it would look like a white cloud that was somehow submerged. That's how I imagine it. Collectively echolocating for food they would be impossible to ignore. Though only a few come to the surface at a time, they travel by the hundreds or thousands. So sleek. And their cousins, other dolphins with fins, not so smooth, they welcome their cousins into the pod too." That's how I'd like to think about us sometimes, she writes. Those of us who have chosen to move together through this. We are perceived so distinctly from different directions. Human observers mistake Lissodelphus for seals or sea lions or even penguins sometimes, which is to say, maybe it's not so much about being recognized as who we are as it is about staying together, feeding each other, knowing where we are, and moving through. Here ends that reading. Wow, a welcoming pod, inviting the stranger, staying together, looking out for one another, feeding and moving through. And we don't do it for the recognition, we do it for the safety and the sustaining love that we create. Beautiful wisdom for this time. You are a congregation with a great heart, with a huge capacity for holding and loving, for flocking and protecting, for feeding, for loving the sacred and loving your neighbors as yourselves. I love your signs right outside that proclaim it. Part of your task now that we are in the rough and scary waves of the Trump administration is to keep that congregational heartbeat steady. Yes, your congregational heart rate can go up, and it will as the community heart rate rises. And sometimes you need a fast heart rate to be able to move yourself and others in a way that is safe and powerful and effective. But don't let your congregational heart rate get so high that you can't do anything but collectively panic. Try to regulate, to co-regulate your heart together. And in that regulation, know where your shore is, look at the wave in front of you, and know you have skills and choices. You can swim over, under, you can bob, you can move to the side, or even go somewhere that the waves won't break right on you. Or if someone by your side freezes in fear like I did that day at the beach, you can brace them and hold their head above water. You can bring them closer to shore. Staying close helps us stay attentive. It also helps us feel safer and stronger. Like a school of fish or a flock of seabirds, we share communication, even if it's just our little swishes of our tails or our quiet quacks, so that our community knows we are here, knows how we're doing. And we learn together. We learn how strong and how powerful we can be in the face of something that none of us could have handled alone. This is the way we are to be. We are in these waters, and you've got these beautiful Pacific Unitarian swimmers right by your side. And your UU congregations more broadly right by your side, and your interfaith congregations, and your people of all faiths and no faith who share the same loving heart, the same humane and interdependent dream for our country and our world. We are millions. Our spirits and our hearts are being tested, and they are strong. We are in it for the long haul, and we will fight for what we believe. And now, in this overwhelming moment, we trust, as the poet Judy Brown reminds us, that time alone will bring us to another place where we can see horizon, see the land again, regain our sense of where we are and where we need to swim. Amen, and blessed be.
Thank you so much. It's nice to feel uplifted. Offertory, a collection of offerings at a religious service. Every week we pass around a basket, and in it we contribute much-needed dollars that help support our community. Those dollars are one of the many ways that we show our caring and love.
Open the floodgates of heaven. Let it rain. Let it rain. Oh, one. Oh, open. Let it be the guide in your life, in your love, and don't forget to share that love. Let love be the thing that you follow when you feel that you lost your way. Just let it rain. Rain when you don't feel like you have a reason to love again. Just let it. Oh, love, let it be in your heart. Let it rain. Oh, open the floodgates. Open up your heart. Oh, let it rain. Rain in your life. Rain in your heart. Rain in your school. Rain in the church. Rain everywhere. Let it rain. Let it
Linda Alvarez, and our wonderful Spirit of Life Choir. Let us be grateful when we are able to give, for many do not have that privilege. Let us be grateful for all those who share their gifts, for we are enriched by their giving. And let us also be grateful even for our own needs, so that we may experience the generosity of others. Please rise in body or spirit for our closing hymn. Swimming to the Other Side. The lyrics will be behind me.
We are living in the great big dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Living spirits will live forever, we're all swimming to the other side. I am alone and I am searching, hungering for answers in my time. I am balanced at the brink of wisdom. I'm impatient to receive a sign. I move forward with my senses open. Imperfection and be my guide. In humility I will listen. We're all swimming to the other side.
We are living
Beneath the great Big Dipper, we are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We can worship the ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. I am
this
alone.
journey of the thoughts and feelings, finding intuition, my head, my heart. I am gathering the tools together. I'm preparing to do my part. All of those who have come before me, band together and be my guides. Loving lessons that I will follow. We're all swimming to the other side. We are living beneath the great Big Dipper. We are washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We can worship this ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. When we get there, we'll discover all the gifts we've been given to share have been with us since life's beginning, and we never noticed they were there. Balance at the brink of wisdom, never recognizing that we've arrived. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. We are living with the great Big Dipper, washed by the very same rain. We are swimming in the stream together, some in power and some in pain. We can worship the ground we walk on, cherishing the beings that we live beside. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side. Loving spirits will live forever. We're all swimming to the other side.
Please stand as you are willing and able. Join hands if you choose to do so. This church is dedicated to the proposition that behind all our differences, beneath all our diversity, there is a unity that makes us one and binds us forever together, in spite of time and death and the space between the stars. We pause in silent witness to that unity.
May the blessing of love be upon you. May love's peace abide with you. May love's presence illuminate your hearts, now and forevermore. So be it. Amen. Shalom, salam, namaste, and blessed be.
And now our service truly begins. Yes. Please stay for the postlude and then enjoy lunch, which you're welcome to bring in here if you want to participate in the workshop. Through the postlude, I usually do, yeah. Awesome. We're going to give people a little more time and maybe start the workshop at 12:15 or so, get ourselves set up.